What is up, you guys? It's your boy Brendan, aka Drip, aka COVID Drip, because your boy has COVID yet again, but it's okay. We'll send it. We'll send it to the Shadow Realm again, like we did the Alpha variant, because this one is the Megatron, Omicron, Decepticon bullshit variant. But it's okay. We'll whoop its ass like we did the other one too. But today, guys, I got a video for you guys. Obviously, if you couldn't tell by the thumbnail, or if you just been living under a rock, or your work keeps you busy from stupid hours on end, we're talking about the ban list, baby, because it's finally out. So this is not going to be a reaction video or anything like that. I'm not going to lie with you. I had the Discord fam hook me up with the list. I didn't have the patience to wait to make a reaction video. I fully intended on making one, but I was like a little kid in a candy store, and Christmas morning I was ready to find out what we got and what we're working with. But this video is mainly going to be talking about what I think, just what I think the format is going to shift into, what I think are the best decks, and what I think about the decks that actually got hit on this list and moving forward. So if you're wanting to know what the actual list is, go ahead and check it out. And if you want to come back to this, you can. Before we get started, make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already. Hit the bell notification so you never miss an upload, and check the merch down below, baby. But moving on, let's go ahead and start off with the Forbidden section. For the Forbidden section, we have the Arch Nemesis Protoss, Eva, the Samorg Link 3, and the Imperial Order. If you watch my wish list / prediction video, I got 2 out of 4. I'll take it. At the time, I forgot about Protoss, even though I would have probably put Protoss on there, to be honest. Eva is the one that caught me out straight out of left field. I did not expect that one to get hit at all. I really didn't. I didn't think anything on Drytron was going to get hit at all. Granted, I mean, if I was going to hit something, it wouldn't have been Eva. I would have hit Ultimateness, but that's just me. Because that card is stupid, honestly. But no, Eva, that one was really weird. That was a really weird hit, but Drytron that's intense. Do I think the deck is dead? No. I think the people who are actually true Drytron fans, which I'm sure some of y'all are out there watching this right now really are, you'll find a way to navigate and overcome this hit, and the deck just loses a lot of consistency, but I still think the deck can perform at a high level. Not as good as it once was, but by any means, but I still think the deck can compete and somewhat do the same shenanigans, definitely since they freaking still have birthday. But Imperial Order, thank God. Holy dog shit. So glad this card is gone. This card was annoying. On top of, oh my God. You could just set up your whole freaking field and settle and just flip it. And just, while you flip it, when you feel the heat of your opponent just getting triggered, you just sit back and light a fucking cigar. That's like what I feel like half the people that activate that card only do. They just activate it, kick their feet up on the table, and just light their cigar and just chill. Like you were saying? Yeah, no, that card is stupid. Got to go right out the window. The next one is that Samorg Link. We love it. Which is crazy enough. It's not the poor Leerless Tri-Brigade. That is not the only hit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I fully thought that they were only going to hit one card on that deck. I did not expect them to hit the other card that we're going to talk about here in a minute. The Samorg League 3 getting hit, that is tough. That is tough. That hurts their consistency a little bit and prevents them from just spamming out anything generic and bringing out the one card we don't like, the Barrier Statue. Which I'm not shocked Barrier Statue got hit, because Barrier Statue in the long run also promotes the Flunder. So I knew that one was going to get hit. I knew it was going to be the Samorg. What I am shocked did not get hit is any of the artifact package, whether Scythe or Dagda. That is very shocking to me. I think that's a problem that neither one was hit, which we'll get to more of that later when I start talking about what I think is the best decks, and if you probably basically have a feeling you know where I'm going with this. But yeah, ban section, like I said, we got 2 out of 4, and we'll take it out of our wish list / prediction video. I'm happy with it. Thankfully, none of our cards got hit. Let's go ahead and go to the limited section, which I'm kind of triggered. So first of all, I'm mad that I'm upset and butthurt that we didn't get Colossus back, which some of y'all are gonna be like, yeah, I know, and then other y'all are gonna be like, that card ain't ever come back, Trip. Just stop, man. No, I'm not gonna stop. I'm never gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop until he comes back. I'm gonna be every damn list. I'm gonna be like, this list is ass until we get Colossus back. Just the way it is. But the first one on the list actually shocked me when it comes to limited, and that was Destrudo. That is ridiculous. I'm shocked that Destrudo came back. Mainly because Hulk is still legal, and for the most part, you can kind of do the same shenanigans, and he's just as recyclable as he was before. The same with Fairy Tail Snow. Granted, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really pay attention to the deck that abused it back in the day that got it banned. So I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't really understand. I don't know that one very well. Shout outs to Trip because they got Astrograph Sorcerer back. You know, I can't wait to watch his video, bro. That shit gonna be lit. It's gonna be hilarious, man. It's gonna be nice. But the one card that came back, oh baby, we might have not gotten Colossus back, and Mortgage.deck got touched, but at least we got freaking Tiger back, baby. Let's go. Lunalight players unite, baby. Let's go. Lunalight Tiger to 1. Oh my god. That's juicy. That's juicy. That's like when you bite into that freaking Gushers that just has extra gush in it, baby. That's how juicy that is. Oh my god, that shit got me hyped. And we got Lunalight Tiger back to 1. The deck's consistency is still kind of like meh, but as long as we got the Tri-Brigade engine, we Gucci, baby. We good. We good. So, we got one Lunalight Tiger. I can't wait to hit the labs with it. Cook up some kind of grub for y'all guys. But nah, that's honestly the highlight of the day for me personally. That's the highlight of the day outside of the certain cards that I wanted to get hit, got hit like IO and stuff like that. But Lunalight Tiger comeback, yeah. This list overall was really weird when it came to like catching. It was straight out of left field, right field. It was nothing that we all like thought was coming. And then Recital going to 1. That is tough. Like, I feel like the decks that got hit the most on this list was literally the obvious, which was Leerless Tri-Brigade and Drytron. Which, Leerless Tri-Brigade, I can totally understand, but I don't know what the hell Drytron was doing. I mean, they were a really good deck. They could contend, but they weren't in the top tier meta and didn't really need nothing getting hit unless there was a specific reason that I'm missing. If there is, just let me know down below, guys. But nah, I don't understand. I really don't. And then Monster Gate, that was crazy coming back to going to war, whatever. Now the one that I really wanted to talk about, and that's Pot of Desires. That's the one that I was really wanting to get to and talk about, because some people don't understand why Desires went to 1. Which, to a degree, I don't really know either, so I'm not saying that this reason that I'm mentioning is why Pot of Desires went to 1. It's just my hypothesis why I think it went to 1. And until, like, I see more, like, basically data or whatever, like, you see people playing and see other decks coming out and what's the case, why, my theory may change. But my theory on why Desires went to 1 is because they brought E-Telly to 3. For a couple of reasons, which I'll talk more about that in a minute. And they didn't want Virtual World to have like the ultimate consistency, in my personal opinion. Because theoretically, my opinion, the deck that can utilize freaking Pot of Desires the most is literally Virtual World. It really can. Yeah, you can put it in your Tri-Brigade decks, but in the long run, you're losing a lot of your grind game, in my opinion. As where with Virtual World, they can just recycle some of the stuff back. So, in my opinion, the deck that can utilize Pot of Desires the most is literally Virtual World. And if you give Virtual World 3 Pot of Desires with 3 E-Telly, that's disgusting. And they probably don't want Virtual World running everything again. I mean, Virtual World's in a solid, decent place, I guess you can say right now. They can contend. They have 2 different versions going around. They got their pure version, and then they got the pseudo brickier version with Sword Soul. So they're in a solid, decent place. Definitely with 3 E-Telly. E-Telly, the third E-Telly would help them out a lot. And then they still have the 1 Desires. But yeah, I think they're in a good spot. But that's my theory on Pot of Desires. It's the only thing I can think of at the time. Because when I saw the E-Telly and I saw the Pot of Desires, I'm not kidding. I immediately thought of Virtual World. Sorry, COVID. But no, that's my outlook on that. Now let's go to the semi-limits where some of these don't make no sense. They really don't make any sense at all. Hero Lives going to 2. I thought that one should have went to 3. So on this list, on semi-limited list, we got Hero Lives, Fusion Destiny, Nadir Servant, bullshit, Salmon Great Circle, and Scapegoat. Alright. So, started out, Hero Lives going to 2. I feel like that card should have went to 3, my personal opinion. Sorry, that's my son. But the reason why I think it went to 2 is they don't want everybody splashing it like they do with Fusion Destiny. Because if you just put 3 Hero Lives and one Shadow Mist and 1 Mass Change, you basically have Darklaw. And Darklaw is a Floodgate 2, kind of just like, even though Destroyer is not a Floodgate, he's still a problematic card. And that's basically the same kind of engine that you would be running with the Hero Lives and all that shenanigans. So I think that might be why they put that to 2 instead of putting it to 3. They don't want it splashed. Because Hero players with Hero Lives at 2 is still like, it gives them a lift up boost to consistency. And it's also a pacifier indirectly because, hey, we hit your Fusion Destiny, but we're going to give you this too. So I understand that because they're I feel like that's what they did because they don't want to take stuff from hero players when hero players are just now theoretically getting like true competitive support because all the support they got like back in 2018 with the Heroes Revenge or whatever, it was just mainly consistency cards and allowing them to actually play modernized Yu-Gi-Oh basically. So that's my opinion on that. Now, the Fusion Destiny was the one that was I did not understand. I don't understand why they put that at 2 because 2 is basically 3 no matter way you look at it for a couple of reasons. Because 2, you still basically see it whenever you want. It only drops the consistency by like 15-20% or something like that, somewhere in that ballpark. Someone will probably let me know down below. But I don't get that. I really don't. Because of one of the biggest reasons because they left Verte alone. So if you don't resolve it off Verte, you still have another one in deck. If you were going to keep Verte legal, but you wanted to put an impact to Fusion Destiny, you would put it to 1. I think if you left Verte alone like you did now and put Fusion Destiny to 1, it would still sell the OTS 18s, in my personal opinion, because I understand they just want to slap on the wrist with this card, but they don't want to overkill it because of OTS 18s. But I do understand. Oh, I'm sorry. COVID. I don't understand in that regard, but from a business standpoint, So that one really confused me because it doesn't really hurt the consistency from people just hard drawing it. Definitely, if you're me, all I freaking do is draw 1-ofs and 2-ofs all day. So if anything, you just increase my consistency. So I don't never hardly see 3-ofs. It's just who I am. I suck at this game and draw 1-ofs. Where that plays in what plays a role in that though in this next card is literally Nadir Servant. So the 2-of playing a role is fine, I guess. In that case, I'll see Nadir Servant more than I ever have because it went to 2. This one I didn't really understand. I mean, I understand why to hit the card. I don't understand why it would go to 2. But then again, I would rather have it at 2 than it to be banned or at 1. That's just me. Obviously, that's my card, so I know. But I don't know. That's probably my biased opinion. But it doesn't really slow the consistency. It's just as recyclable as before. Adding stuff back from grave, adding stuff from deck to hand, dumping out cologne and all that. That's the only true hit that our deck got on this format, though. By the way, DDD fan. So we'll take it, even though I thought no cards in our deck was going to get hit, but it's whatever. Except for the Fusion Destiny, I knew that was going to get hit. Fun fact, if you're watching this and you are a Shadal player like myself and an Invoke player and all that, and you have seen my previous list that I just went double undefeated with, and you're wanting to know what to swap out for the third Nadir Servant, take the third Nadir Servant and swap it out for a third copy of Forbidden Droplets, and you're golden. The rest of the deck is fine. Salamangreat Circle, that card needed to come back so they have some in-archetype consistency. This deck's consistency is ridiculous. They have, to their expense, they have now 2 Salamangreat Circle, 3 Signet Mining. They obviously have the Desires, if you want to count it that. Then they have what is it? Small World. The deck's consistency is just through the roof. They can get to almost any card at any time if they need to. It's crazy. And then Scapegoat, obviously. That's a nice one coming back or doing whatever. Which I'm not going to lie. I don't know if I've probably been living on a rock. I could have sworn like Scapegoat was at 3, but I'm just a bad duelist. Don't mind me. Now the ones that go to 3. Bruh. 3. Oh my gosh. This one, when I saw this at 3, I was like, alright. Until I got to the bottom. So for the Unlimited section, we got Danger Nessie, Darkest Metal, Skullbat Joker, Emergency Teleport, Regeki, and then fucking Skill Drain. Skill Drain. Holy cow. Skill to the drain. Oh my god. We'll get there in a second. Danger Nessie. Let's start out with that. This one, we got this one right, by the way. Which, by the way, let me go back to the 2 ofs. Let's see. 2 ofs. We actually got none of those right on the semi-limited. I don't think. No, we didn't get none of those right. Let me know in this comment section below. To the 3 ofs. Back to the 3 ofs. Alright, so we got Danger Nessie. We got that one right. Darkness Metal, I don't know if I said that one in the video, but I know I said just a couple of the guys in the Discord were in person, Darkness Metal. But we'll just give ourselves a half a point for that one, because we didn't say, I don't think we said it in the video. Maybe, I could be wrong. I don't know, let me know. It's been too long. Then we got Skullbat Joker, we got that one. So we're 2/3 out of 3. 2 for 3, 3 out of 3, either or. Emergency Teleport, I can't remember if we said that one or not. Then Regeki and Skill Drain. Alright, so Danger Nessie is really good here because the time of dangers being broken is gone. Came and gone. Trust me, I main decked 3 of all the broken ones back in the day. This is the one that needed to come back. Jack and Snake needs to stay on the limited list. 100%. Because PK. Yeah, which we'll get to PK in a minute. Red Eyes, Darkest Metal is nice. It lifts up Dragon Link. It's not going to be busted since it got rotted. Joker helps pins. Definitely with them having new support coming out, even though it's not generic, but them having new support coming out. Oh, except for Link, most of that one's really generic. It's really nice to see what they can, Triff can cook up in the lab with that card. Teleport is the card that I said that will really lift up Virtual World. I don't think it's only there for Virtual World. I really don't. I can't remember the name of the deck. I've only seen it once or twice. But Konami has a new Psychic deck coming out. If you know the name of it, just let me know in the comment section. They have a new Psychic deck coming out, and I think that's going to promote them. I don't know if it's coming out in like a next set or a couple sets or whatever, or even if there's another list coming out before it. But I saw something somewhere on the news and like the Yugioh news or whatever, and YouTube some videos of a new Psychic deck coming out. I think that's what Teleport's for, is to promote that. My personal opinion. And then Regeki, that one was just random. We have 3 Dark Hole, we have Lightning Storm, might as well give us Regeki. My personal opinion, I still like Dark Hole over Regeki, and this is my reasoning why. Regeki only wipes your opponent's board, which theoretically is better than Dark Hole. But as long as Mystic Mine is still a card, if I had the option to main deck or side deck, either or, I'm side decking, and I was like side decking him actually, not main decking him. It would be Dark Hole, because Dark Hole is a hard reset for both boards, and not just your opponent's. As to where when you're playing against mine, if you drop Dark Hole, whether they have monsters or not, you reset the board and the mine will go away. Excuse me. So, my personal opinion, I choose Dark Hole over Regeki. And but still, for the people who are just rogue players, or just people who just want to have fun at this game again and not treat it as a business like the rest of us, 3 Regeki's nice. And now the talk of the day is Skill Drain going to 3. Holy shit. That was crazy. I was talking to Tanner, he was talking to us in the group chat how this card was getting bought out immediately after this list dropped. That's crazy. So expect Skill Drain in the side, the main, anywhere. It's an auto win button. It's hard to play around. And Trap Eldritch. That's all I gotta say. Best deck. Not really. But it is a contender now. It really is. Holy hell. Yeah, Skill Drain. Now, there's not much need to be said about that. It's Skill Drain. Alright, so now that we went through the list, we went for the Unlimited, we went for the Band, we went through the Semi-Limited. Now let's talk about what I think is the best decks, like overall, as a unit, and then let's talk about the ones that are actually like the best ones, like the best one. Alright, so after this list, my opinion on where the format's going to shift and the meta's going to shift, some of it's kind of obvious, but some of it's not probably, or some of it's just probably stupid drip opinion, honestly. My personal opinion, the best deck post this list is by far guaranteed to be Phantom Knights. They didn't get touched at all. They didn't get hit by nothing. What would they get hit on? What could they hit? Fusion Destiny to 2? No, that didn't do nothing. They can still end on Verte if they want to. They could double Scythe Lock you if they want to. In the same turn, play through Droplet. Still have double A Fogblade and everything else. And they're getting the Brave token engine where they can end on an Omni Negate basically before they even do anything or any kind of Phantom Knight stuff. So, it's by far, pros being gone just helps Phantom Knight become tier 1, arguably could potentially float towards tier 0 with him being gone. Not saying he was like the only out to that, but they're getting so much like utility that it's going to be almost hard to deny it, honestly. Next deck, these next ones are not going to be in any order. I was just want to get Phantom Knight out of the way because I guarantee and 100% feel that that's going to be the best deck. The rest of the top tier 1 decks, my personal opinion, is obviously Sword Soul. Sword Soul ain't going anywhere. That deck just lost Protos. Other than that, it still has all its consistency, really, for the most part. Desires, I guess, if their build ran Desires, which I know a lot of them did. Other than that, they still have the same consistency. Then Flunder, obviously. That deck is only going to get better, definitely with their new stuff coming out or whatever. That deck is only going to get better. There's no way around it. Flunder and PK will probably be the top 1 and 2 in my personal opinion. After things start getting going, people will start floating towards those 2 decks instead of Sword Soul, because a lot of people will end up trying to play around playing the obvious decks because everyone's going to be siding for Sword Soul to start things out in the new fresh format, because everyone's going to float towards it and the other people will float towards something else to try to float around it, because people tend to normally float to what they know for the most part. So since they know that deck didn't really get hit, they're going to float to that, and then when the ones who don't want to play the obvious, they'll play what they consider to be the not obvious, which is actually pretty much the obvious, if that makes sense, which is Phantom Knights and Flunder, which Phantom Knights will probably end up being the most represented deck in my personal opinion, post Brave token and the new set that just dropped today. So moving on from that, other than that, I think Virtual World is obviously a good road contention or a tier 1.5, tier 2. I still think it's very competitive. This has a slight like if it can tweak its consistency a little bit with the new e-tailies coming to 3. What else? What's the other one? I know I had another deck in my head. I can't think. Obviously best deck, baby. Invoke Dolls is up there too. Invoke Dogmatica, just the trash version that doesn't run the actual dolls. They kind of lost a little bit of consistency because they can't crutch on the triple fusion Destiny, and they lost one to Dear Servant, which kind of hurts that deck. But knowing people who play that deck, they'll just pile up more hand traps and bullshit cards and call it a Shadal deck when it's not. But no, I think actual Shadal's it holds a good place in this format because everything's light and dark, so that means we can put Super Poly back in our decks. So definitely when your opponent has a big negate board that just likes to say no. But no, I still think Leerless Tri-Brigade is still a good deck. I really do. A lot of people's probably going to give up on that deck. A lot of people's probably going to shift from it. But I really, honestly, truly think that deck can still contend. I really do. They still got F-Zero. They still got their consistency. They just can't shit out Barrier Statue. Okay. You shift to the F-Zero package, you'll be alright. So, that's just my opinion. I really think that deck is really good still. I think Drytron will make a comeback. It will have to rebound and all that. In my personal opinion. Other than that, I think this format is going to clean up a little bit. Trap Eldritch, be on the lookout, guys. Better get them Royal Decrees ready, I'm telling you. And pray to God they don't have Cursed Outland in hand, because if they do, already know what they're going to do. They're going to search freaking Eldritch, Golden Lord himself, and then send that Royal away. But no, you better have them Royal Decrees ready, guys. I'm telling you. But other than that, I think that is where we're going to shift to until we get the Albaz structure decks, and then Despia, we gonna come in with authority. My personal opinion. I could be wrong about certain things, but right now, today, off the top of my head, thinking on the spot, I think that's where we're going to shift towards. I wouldn't be shocked if we shifted a little different degree or another deck stepped in or anything like that. But off the top of my head, that's what I think the obvious should be. You should start side decking for and stuff like that. If you need help like making side decks, just let me know. I can make a video about it on all the decks that I think how to generically make a side deck for those against those decks. I can do that for you guys. Just let me know. But other than that, that is the video for the day, guys. I just want to get you all a little video out there today talking about the ban list. Not really a review, but where I think the cards, what I think they'll do, what I think the decks will do, and everything like that moving forward for this next upcoming format. But with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you took away something. If not, at least you were somewhat entertained, at least. But with that being said, guys, again, I hope you all have a wonderful night, morning, evening, whatever you watch this video. Hope you are staying safe out there in the age of COVID. Obviously, I wasn't. I caught the shit again. But that's beside the fact. I'm glad you're safe and you're healthy and everything like that. We'll get through this again. We've done it once. We'll do it again. But you all have a wonderful evening. Good night, guys. Drip out. Peace.